Chloe, do you know what time it is?
I don't know, but it's getting kind of late.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
We are so excited to be back in the studio with some new and returning crew members that will be joining us this season.
So excited too. But I can't believe that we're already starting season 3 of the Kinda Late Show.
I know, it's actually kind of crazy. It's a new semester, we have some new crew members, and maybe, hopefully, we have some new viewers.
Well, if there are any new viewers here, hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Anna.
We are both sophomore broadcasting majors from Long Island.
We lived in the same building last year and became super good friends within the first week, and we've been friends ever since.
And now we do the Kinda Late Show together. So.
Exactly. So welcome or welcome back, and we're so happy you're joining us.
We do have a lot of fun stuff planned for this season, so be sure to tune in every other Wednesday at 9:30.
Well, now that you know a little more about Chloe and I, it's time to see how much we know about each other and put our friendship to the test.
Ugh. So before the show, Anna and I picked out 5 questions about ourselves, and now we're going to quiz each other and see how well we know each other.
So let's get into it.
Okay, so the first question is, Anna, what are my cats' names?
So I think I know one of them.
Okay.
Pepper?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my older cat.
Right, and you got that one on Thanksgiving? Or something with Thanksgiving?
We saw that one on Thanksgiving outside, and then her siblings, that's the one where her siblings are eaten by raccoons. But that's one of them. There's another one.
Right. I don't know the other one's name. I know Pepper.
The other one's name is Tiger Lily.
Oh, I did know that.
I love Tiger Lily. I love both my cats.
I knew that. I'm disappointed.
So much. But my cat Pepper is like my family cat. She was really nice to me this summer though. She's getting better. She used to be really mean. And my cat Tiger Lily is like my cat because I wanted her the most. I paid for her. She's like my little, I love her. I love them both. They're both so cute.
I'm just not a cat person in any way, shape, or form.
She's also like allergic, so I guess like...
Yeah, that too. But I'm allergic to dogs, and I'll go hang out with a dog.
So you're just like cat phobic, it's fine.
Yeah, no. I just don't like cats.
Personally, I just...
That's a family thing, though. My whole family hates cats.
Really?
It's like a thing.
See, I think my family is more dogs, but my dad likes my cat Pepper more than like my other pets, which, fun story, my cat Pepper and my dog Morris are like besties, but they hate my cat Tiger Lily.
I
feel
love
so bad.
animal friendships. That just reminded me.
It's so cute. It's so cute. Love that. Anyways.
All right.
Up to you.
Enough about your cats.
Yeah, we could talk about them all day.
My first question is, what is like my least favorite kind of weather? This is so easy. That's why it's first. You better know it.
I feel like you hate.
I say it every day, especially recently.
The rain. Yeah.
I basically gave you that answer.
Yeah, just because it's been raining here in Oswego every single day.
So much
We can't get a day where it's either not cold or windy or raining. And it was pouring the other day. It makes the entire field just wet and puddly.
Actually, a quick story on that note. Last year, one time it rained really bad and the whole field in front of Doggo was mud. But my friends and I were coming back from Walmart. Were you with us for that?
Maybe.
Okay, well, we were coming back from Walmart and we start walking across the field and it's really muddy and we're sinking in, so we speed up and now the mud's going everywhere. Our ankles, our shoes covered in mud.
Oh, I was there because of my Crocs.
Yeah, and I think I was wearing my slippers. The next day, we did it again. I don't know why we thought it would be better walking across that field again, but we did it again. I was wearing a light blue crew neck and it was really long on me, and because the mud was kicking up, the whole back of it was covered in mud. So now I have a fear, it's starting to get puddly, and I literally walked across it yesterday and I texted Zoe. I was like, I'm having flashbacks to those 2 days that we thought it would be a good idea to walk across the Doggo lot in the rain, the Doggo field.
The only thing good about the rain being there is the fact that the geese are gone.
True.
I got hissed at by a goose. by two. And
you probably deserved it.
No, I was just staring it in the eyes. And they hissed at me. And I was like, okay. But no, I ruined my Converse because I wore white Converse and decided to go across some muddy fields and I ruined them. But anyways, my next
Anywho.
question, I don't know if you'll know this because I don't know if I've ever brought it up. But what band did I see in concert twice?
So like I don't know this, but I'm gonna try my best to think about.
Can I go through? I can go through the bands that I've seen.
Yeah.
So I've seen Big Time Rush.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, All Time Low, Miranda Cosgrove, Louis Tomlinson, Harry Styles.
Okay, see, I wasn't gonna count like Louis and Harry as bands.
Oh, well, okay, I guess it doesn't. So then it knocks it down a little bit.
Okay.
You could take out Louis, Harry, and Miranda Cosgrove.
I want to say Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them for.
I feel like you did say that to me like once.
Probably. Like, I feel like it's been mentioned, but like, I saw them for Death of a Bachelor and Pray for the Wicked, which I haven't listened to the new album, and I don't think I will. So, sorry.
She said no more.
All
fan.
peace and love to Brendan Urie, but
No peace and love to him.
Yeah.
Actually, at all. But
it's okay. Sometimes I'll like listen back. I haven't been in that kind of vibe of music recently.
your music vibes scare me.
My music vibe is different every other week, so.
Chloe uses her music to hide from the world.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, especially when I'm walking in class with the headphones in and just blast the music. It's just, I'm in my own world.
Sometimes she gets into moods and she'll play one song and just hide in her room for
oh,
like an hour.
I played Cleopatra by the Lumineers for 8 hours straight one day and I just could not talk to anyone. Not in like a bad thing, it was literally just a me thing and I just did not.
Yeah.
Cleopatra by the Lumineers.
Anywho, Chloe, this is another one that should be easy.
Yeah, I already know the answer.
Okay, what's her favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Yay.
I know that because she did cry over our friend breaking her Halloween cup. I have it on video.
That was a rough night for me. I had this like little tumbler, and I had black and orange glitter and it had bats on the side, and I bought it in like August of 2019. And I walked into Michael's and I saw it on the shelf and I went, I need that for like October, the Halloween season. And so I bought it and I had it ever since, and I left it at home when I came to school last year because I was like, I don't want anything to happen to it and I just want to leave it home. I'm not going to need it, whatever. My mom sends me a bunch of Halloween decorations, including Malamars. If you've ever had a Malamar, I love you. They're great. And she sent me my Halloween cup, and I was so happy. So I used it for a few weeks, and then one night, my friend, he's not a very smart man.
He's also very destructive.
Yes, he has destructive tendencies.
Yeah, he did break our lamp last year.
And our friend's fan. But I let him have my cup. Why? I don't know. But he crushed it.
That's on you.
He dropped it and cracked it, and then because it was cracked, he just crushed the whole thing next to my bed. So then there was a pile of glitter next to my bed for like weeks, and I cried because I was so upset because I loved that cup because Halloween.
It was a cool cup. And he did apologize and then buy her a new cup, but it wasn't the same.
Baba. We love Baba.
She got a Baba.
Baba's the name of my cup because it says Baba on the side.
Yeah, that's the brand.
That's whatever. We can move on from Halloween.
Yeah, but we love Halloween. It's coming up soon. Soon our sweetest.
Oh, there will be a Halloween-themed episode, so prepare yourselves for that.
Just like every year. I still have my like ghouls shirt.
Oh, so do I.
Good. All right. Well, continuing on with my band
theme.
Yeah, theme. What band did I have an obsession with in 2020?
This I do know because most people had this obsession in like 15?
No, more like 2009.
No, I don't think it was.
Maybe like 2011 is when
I actually have no concept of time, so like I don't know when that was. But
they ended
in quarantine, Chloe's TikTok For You page was flooded with One Direction videos. So that was when she entered her One Direction phase.
So some background, I was a big Time Rush kid.
So was I.
Posters around the wall, concerts, TV show on. I loved Big Time Rush. And I viewed One Direction as competition.
You know, as you should.
If I'm going to view them as competition, why am I going to like them? I stopped liking them at What Makes You Beautiful. That was it. And so I go scrolling through TikTok 2020, I get one video, and I'm like, I'm curious. So I watch a bunch of like One Direction videos. I'm like, oh, I love this. And then I start listening to their music. My For You page is all One Direction. And I continued that phase for probably about a year and a half. And then, luckily, I'm not saying luckily I grew out of it, toned it down. It's not my For You page anymore. It's not my obsession anymore. Do I love them? Yes, I did see Louis and Harry in concert separately.
It was definitely like 2011 because wasn't there like 10-year anniversary last year or something?
Yes. Yeah, because they didn't.
And they didn't
they
do
like
anything?
had X Factor first, and then
Yeah.
became a band after.
Yeah, so around that time.
But we still love them.
100%.
It was a phase, but
Except
it's
for
also
Liam
not
Payne.
a phase.
Liam Payne doesn't count.
No, because that literally hurt my feelings. Okay, next question.
What's the name of my best friend from home and where does she go to school now?
Galia,
Mm-hmm.
Binghamton.
Good job.
Because she visits Binghamton.
I do. I just
Every
randomly
other
appear
week.
there sometimes.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are missed here, though, I guess.
Thanks.
Spend some time here. It's fine. But no,
It's fine.
Galia, I don't think I've ever met Galia in person.
You probably haven't.
She's cool.
Zoe only met her.
When she went to Binghamton with you?
Yeah.
But yeah. Slay. Honestly. Anyways,
Right.
so continuing, I don't know why my head was just like bands. Who's my favorite member of Big Time Rush?
Oh, I don't know. I know mine.
Who's yours?
Kendall.
Okay.
I feel like
No
you'd be like a Logan or Carlos girl.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
No, because you're making me question myself.
I mean, if you want to go with that, go with that.
But you're like, I know I'm a Kendall girl, but like, I don't know. I'll just say Carlos, just because you guys have the same chaotic energy.
She's wrong.
I figured.
My favorite was Kendall. And when I showed up to the Big Time Rush concert, I did hold up a sign.
As you should.
All right.
But I think that's enough of our little friendship test.
We
I
got-
think we've learned some things about each other.
It's fine. It was fun. Maybe, I feel like we know each other well enough.
Yeah.
But
But don't worry, we have more right after this break.
Athletics. Aaron, there were 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
now, right before the break, we did some trivia questions about ourselves.
So why don't we talk about ourselves some more?
Exactly. So we've been at Oswego for a full year now, and we've had our fair share of good and bad professors. So Anna, do you want to start us off with one of your good professors?
Of course. My good professor that I've chosen to speak of today was my linguistics professor from first semester last year. She was just so nice and chill, and I just loved her vibes. Like, she was like, if you like don't want to come to class, don't come to class. And I was like, that sounds like a great plan. But of course I went because I'm a good student. I did. I actually did. I only skipped it like twice. but I usually went. She was nice. And she just like cared about us, which was lovely. I love when they care. And she reminded me of like my favorite aunt. They just had the same loving vibe, and that aunt spoils me because I'm her only niece in a group of nephews. So I just felt so loved and cared for, and I looked forward to that class.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that. But
Joy.
yeah, I love when there's good professors because it makes me want to go to class. So my good professor was my public speaking professor for first semester last year. First off, starting off the year, like coming to Oswego with good professors was just like nice and like welcoming. So I did, when I left her class for like the last time, almost cry. Like I fully like embraced her and was like, oh my God, I can't believe, because she doesn't teach, like she only teaches public speaking and mass media. And I took both those classes first semester last year. So I wasn't gonna get to like have her as a teacher again. So I was really upset. But she was just like very like welcoming, and she would tell stories about her personal life, so you really got close with her. And it was just nice to hear her perspective on a lot of things. And just if I was sick, like I remember I was out for like a day or two, and she would like welcomed me back to class and was like, how are you feeling? Like, are you okay? And she was just so like warm and nice. Like I just don't know how to explain it. Like you just were happy to be there. Everybody in my class like was getting along. Like I made so many friends there. And she was just so understanding when you had a problem or like with a project, and if you have any late work or if you had a reason for why you couldn't do something, she just would always like, oh, like I remember I had a speech to do and I was sick. So I had to do it late and I was out, and she was like, oh, like don't even worry, like you can do it next week, like take this day to get everything ready, everything set up, you can listen to class. And even like when we would have to like learn something, she was still just like, it was like fun, and we'd do like trivia in class. It was just like, and with the PowerPoint slides, like she knew we didn't read anything, so, and she was okay with it. But luckily, me and some of my other classmates from that class are TAing for her next semester, so I technically do have her as a professor again. She's just not my professor, and I get to kind of like work with her, and I get to do that for mass media, so it's very nice, and I'm happy that I get to like see her again because I haven't seen her since that class, and even her emails are nice, so I'm excited. But she was like the best professor I've had here at Oswego.
That's so fun.
Like I've had like good professors, but she is the best, and I definitely recommend her to everyone. I even went on Rate My Professor and was like, take her, have her as a professor. You need her. Like I love her that much. But yeah.
I love.
Now, as much as we love good professors, unfortunately we have had our fair share of bad professors.
Not so good ones.
So Anna, take it away with your experience.
Well, also first semester, I had my best professor that semester, and my worst. My worst was my public speaking professor. We had two very different public speaking experiences. Mine, it was an 8 a.m. to start with, so it was already rough. He just was like not the nicest man I've ever met. And he decided that I needed testing accommodations, but like not because I needed them, I missed a day in class and I had to make up a quiz, and he was like, oh, you're the one with the accommodations, so you have to go to the testing center. And I was like, no. And then he was like, yeah. And then I was just like, okay. I didn't know where it was. I'd been here for like 3 weeks. So I went into the library and I was like, where am I going? And they were like, Murano. So then I had to walk, I went from Mahar to the library to Murano, and I get there and they're like, you can't take the test here because you're not registered with accommodations. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you because my professor sent me here. And they're like, okay, you could take it here and then we'll email him about it. And then I come back to class a few days later, and then, or a week, some time where there was another quiz or something. And he was like, oh, do you need to go to the testing center? And I was like, no, I do not. They will send me back here. And he was like, oh, okay. And he gave me attitude. And it was just like rude.
Was he also the public speaking? Was that professor?
Yeah.
We just had two different public speaking professors.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Just not the same experience. Sucks to suck, honestly.
No, honestly, it does.
No.
But I also want to bring attention to another one of my professors that I had first semester, and I have her again this semester. The thing is, she's a good professor. I will give her that. She is a good professor. As a person, though, I don't think I would want her in my life. Because I don't know how to really describe her as a person. She's so on top of everything, but to the point where I would be like, okay, like you can chill out. Because she may or may not be in the PR field.
Ooh.
And she puts that into her everyday life a lot, and she'll tell us about it in class. And I'm like, she's a great professor. Like, I love her classes. I obviously am taking her class again. But like, she'll be talking about her PTA meetings, and I'm like, girl, like, you can chill out a little bit. Like, we don't gotta pull out the whole media kit for your kid's 5th grade dance. Like, it's okay. They'll survive, I promise.
Not making it an experience.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, my bad professor, I would never take again, so. And to get into that, first off, just to start things out, like, it was second semester, I started off with COVID. So
yay, COVID.
She would hand out these assignments, which they were small writing assignments. It didn't take me too long to do. Definitely, like, I had to remember to do it because she did not take late work, nothing like that, which is fine. You know, it's college, you have to do your work on time. But I didn't like how she made us underline our thesis. And it had to be a blatantly obvious, like, thesis. Like, it had to sound weird, and it was like, you got no points if it was not how she liked it. So I had to change my writing style completely for her. But with one of those assignments, during my COVID time, I couldn't hand it in because I was out with COVID. And it was, like, every Thursday she had to do. And she didn't do online. Like, you had to hand it in a paper copy. And so I came back to class the next week, and I was like, here's my assignment. Like, I'm sorry it's late. Like, I had COVID. And she goes, okay, well, I can't take it. And I was like, why can't you take it? It's assignment and it's done. And I was out with COVID. I could not get it to you. There was nothing I could have done. Couldn't have emailed it to you. Couldn't have submitted it on Blackboard, nothing. I had to do this assignment, like, handed to you in person. She goes, okay, I'll take it, I'll grade it, but it's going in as 0. And I was like, why though? Like, you can't do that. Like, I was out, I couldn't hand it in, and I would argue with her about it. Like, I don't like to confront anyone much, but especially professors. Like, I couldn't do it to a professor. Like, usually I'll just take it and go. I'll be like, okay, fine, like, I can make it up later. But this time I was like, I really just could not understand why I couldn't hand this assignment in. So I was like, are you sure? Like, I had COVID, like, there was nothing I could have done. Like, I would have if I could. And then she's like, well, COVID is a weird thing. Like, it really does affect communication majors, especially because you can't see when they talk with the mask on. I was like, where are we getting this from? I'm not talking to you about COVID. I'm talking to you about my assignment, trying to hand it in. And now you're talking, she just changed the topic. It was like talking to a wall. One ear out the other. Nothing was going through. Could not change her mind. She did take it, and I did really bad in that class. So she did put the grade in. So I really can't complain. But I did not like how she taught in class. I felt like we never learned anything. Half the time we'd sit in a group and just talk about anything else because she didn't teach us anything. And she would grade assignments poorly. Like, she didn't teach anything, and then when she would give us assignments, she would I got like a 16 out of 100 one time and got a courtesy grade from that. And it wasn't just me who did bad. My entire class got less than like a 30 on that assignment.
Just be better.
I know. And it was about myself. The assignment was about myself. So I don't know how I could have done that poorly. And it's okay, though. It's fine. She's never my professor again.
Yeah, hopefully we both have some super good professors this year because I don't want to deal with the ones that I don't like.
So far, so good. But don't worry, we do have more coming up after this break.
I love you!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
So
Now, going off on what we were talking about before, we're going to talk more about being at school again.
I can't believe we're already sophomores. Sometimes I feel like we just got here.
Me too, but it also feels like I've learned a lot more about Oswego since I've been here. So for our second game tonight, we are going to play one of our favorite games that we play on the Kinda Late Show, and that is This or That.
So we've picked a few things involving SUNY Oswego and the campus that we need to decide between or pick our favorites or just talk about.
So let's get to deciding.
So first off, we have Cayuga versus Onondaga.
And this is such, I don't even know because I've thought about this a lot. I went into Cayuga the other day and I miss it.
I miss Cayuga so much.
I liked the shape of Cayuga because it was really confusing, but it also gave you the opportunity that if you wanted to run around the halls, you could.
And I did.
Yeah.
I did do that.
You can't do that in Daga because it's just a straightaway.
It's just a line. That's
but the perks of
boring.
Daga is I do like having like a suite, and I also do like having a bathroom.
Yeah. And
So-
I like that all of our friends are all in one building. It's so
yeah,
fun.
that too. I finally don't have to walk 10 minutes across campus to see some of my friends, so that's nice.
We love.
But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go with Daga.
Honestly, I might stick to Cayuga.
Oh my god, really?
I loved it. It was so cute and tiny.
It was okay, and to be fair, the Cayuga like dorms are bigger.
Yeah,
and they
like
were
the
small
physical
last year. Like we
rooms.
would be like, oh my gosh, it's so small. It's not. Compared to the Daga ones, it's not. I wish we could go back to Cayuga, but like I have to, for the bathroom, go with Daga. So the next one is the chicken patty or the chicken tenders.
Personally, I'm a tender fan. The patties, they have good days. There will be good patty days and bad patty days, but the good tender days outweigh the good
patty days.
Patty days.
That makes sense. It depends on the day. If I remember to bring my Chick-fil-A sauce to the dining hall, it's a chicken tender day. But any other time, I think it's a chicken patty day. But with the toppings, though. I do like it with the cheese on it.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to say chicken patty, unless I have my Chick-fil-A sauce, then chicken tenders.
I'm gonna go tenders. But next, Lake Effect or Crossroads?
I like Lake Effect is like the Starbucks, but they also have like sushi and like some pastry items. But the grilled cheese at Crossroads and their fries, I'd go with Crossroads.
See, my favorite thing at Lake Effect would be, they only have it sometimes, but when it's there, it's amazing. The big Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, you're right. But you can get those at Crossroads. No, you can't. You get those at like Fusion.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with
you're
Lake
right.
Effect. Although I did have this like s'mores cookie thing from Crossroads one time, and it was like one of the best things I've ever consumed.
It's something about the grilled cheese I can't. I think about the grilled cheese night and day. I just love it. And their fries. So, but like I'm always at the like Lake Effect. So, I guess I'm a hypocrite. But for the next one, going off of like the Starbucks, would you rather work in the library like doing homework or work in the Starbucks or like Lake Effect?
See, I have to do it. Wow. I have to do it in the library because if I do it in the Starbucks, I'll just sit there and people watch. Because all big windows, and I'm just
You're
like.
right. I love people watching, but I also are somehow more productive in the like Starbucks, and I get myself a coffee.
It's more of an aesthetic vibe.
It really
so
is. I feel like a mysterious like coffee shop girl. I'm like doing my homework, watching people. You know, it's the vibe. But all right, that was fun, but unfortunately we are all out of time. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, WTOP Kinda Late, and from there you can follow us on all of our other platforms like TikTok and Twitter.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and welcome to the third season. I hope you're all excited for what we have to store.
I'm excited. Do we have anything planned for next week?
No.
We never are planned.
We're never prepared, but that's okay.
This was planned like literally a half hour before, so it's just
They
the
don't have to
Kinda
know
Late.
that.
We're kinda late to everything else too.
Exactly.
Like our ideas. Unfortunately, it gets so stressful.
It does.
But
it happens.
remember, watch every Wednesday at 9:30. So far, it's only changed once on us.
Right.
But stay tuned for the Kinda Late Show.